Alright, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the Triple P Podcast. We talk about everything in peace, prosperity, progress, and anything else you can possibly think of. And the last time we had a two-person episode, I picked the topic. So this week, I believe Nick has a topic for me, and he's going to ask me some questions. So go ahead and tell the people what we got going on today.
Yes, sir. Today, we're going to be digging into, we're going to be
Hold on.
taking a peep into Eli's lyrics and getting a feel for what he meant in those lyrics. We're trying to see, did he really mean what he said, and what are they about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some things are more
We're going to say
metaphorical.
what the song is, might tell you an exclusive lyric in the song. Something like that, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
And once my questions load up, come on.
Gotta get the notes loaded up, bro. You know how it goes.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, some of my lyrics be metaphorical. Some of them are more lyrical. Some of them are more like from a spiritual standpoint. So I'm kind of excited to answer these because, like, people don't normally ask about specific lyrics too much. So it'd be interesting to hear for sure.
Yes, sir, man. I'm trying to get these questions for you, man, because these are extremely deep dive, I think, in your lyrics. And I think some of them are really important, I would say, to your history. Like how you built yourself up and how you're psychologically different. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely that. Definitely that for sure. Always felt kind of out the box, I would say.
Yes, sir.
On a lot of things.
Well, that's a good thing, though. People who are out the box tend to create the best. They tend to create the best art. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Because they have the most perspective on life. I feel because people who are out the box are more likely to get out more and have a more adventurous attitude towards life.
Yeah.
And they go out and they find stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't just sit at home and wait for something to happen.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good way to put it.
You ain't trying to get in trouble, but you finding something to do.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm always
like, even
doing.
if it's going to see a haunted house or going to see an abandoned house, recording a video, recording a short,
Try to stay productive,
recording a TikTok, recording a podcast, you know what I'm saying? Like recording anything. And you just go out and find something, you know what I'm saying? But like the older generation, they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They just sit at home and wait for. Some of them did, but most of them just kind of sit there and wait for something to happen. Mm-hmm. They want to wait to win the lottery or something. Like the lottery ain't hitting no more. But let's start with the first question. In your song "Change the Game," you said you write lyrics in your notes and you never share them. Do you actually write lyrics down, and do you share them with people?
So the story behind that lyric is actually when I was writing it, like I was kind of thinking about like my journey musically because it's about change the game. It's about like the three people on the song we're talking about how we're like trying to progress and change the game for better. Mm-hmm. So part of that, like with me when I first started out, like, especially when I was younger and first started getting into music heavy, like, I would write lyrics down from the time I was, like, 5 years old. You know what I mean? But I was always scared to share them up until about 9th grade of high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I still didn't share a lot of them older lyrics just because, a lot of it was kind of outdated thoughts and feelings and whatever, but it's like, I guess the whole point behind that was, and I still do have lyrics sometimes that I write down and don't get shared just because I'm like, maybe this is too deep or maybe this is like, not something people want to hear. Like, I think as an artist, it's very hard to like everything you make or think people are gonna like it enough to want to. It's hard to
associate their like with your like, and you're like, can I differentiate how good they're going to like it versus how good I'm going to like it.
Because I used to look at things like, okay, I really like this song and it means a lot to me, so why doesn't it mean the same to other people? And I think that's a really immature way to look at it.
It's just their interpretation of it.
Exactly. You know, one thing I've learned is not everybody's going to like every piece of work you put out, and that's why I try to cover all bases, is so that maybe people can connect with me through my IRL videos, podcasts, music, just in some way. I just like to connect to people, feel connected to the world. So
Something I recently learned in philosophy is aesthetic. I'll remember it in a second. But it's aesthetics. It's aesthetic something. It's viewing artwork not as work, but as experience. It's aesthetic engagement. That's what it is.
okay.
I did a presentation on that. It was supposed to be 10 minutes, but it ended up being 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Because I really enjoyed that topic. But it was basically like seeing artwork not as somebody's just work, but it's like you're viewing that as an experience. So like if you're going to a movie, you're applauding, you're like, ha, that was good. You know what I'm saying? You're actually enjoying it. And then you'll tell your friends about it. That's aesthetic engagement. And you're also viewing the movie actively. That's aesthetic engagement. And people don't really realize that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, you kind of do that subconsciously without even thinking about it. I know I do.
And also, like when you go to like an opera and you just view it, and you laugh or you clap or whatever you do in an opera house,
I don't know.
buy the binoculars or something. But that's also aesthetic engagement. You're engaging in their active participation in something. You know what I'm saying? It takes something from them to give. But yeah.
Fair enough, man.
Aesthetic engagement, man. But yeah. Do you currently share your lyrics on Spotify? Like that lyric option, do you post them?
I mean, I have on songs in the past. I don't really take the time to do it anymore just because you have to sit there and individually type out each word and line and you have to get it a certain way or they're going to reject it. And I just got tired of going through that process over and over again. So
Just took long.
yeah, it just got tiring, especially with projects.
Because you had to redo it and redo it and redo it, I bet.
Yeah, especially with projects that have multiple songs on them where you have to do a lot of lyrics, which it does help if you, my honest advice to anybody that does want their lyrics with their music, if you make music, write them down in your notes. Like even if you're freestyling them and not going off your notes, try to write them down as you're rapping or singing so that you can just paste that shit directly. Because, like, that was the easiest time I had with it, but I would forget to do that because I don't normally write my shit down. Or if I do, it's very segmented, and then I'll just go off of it. Like, I'll write down the beginning and then just freestyle the rest. So,
I think if you freestyle it, people don't usually write the lyrics down, but sometimes they do afterwards.
I mean, you can go back and write them down. I mean, it's easier to do on the phone than on the computer to me, just so you're not stretching over a keyboard typing it out. So, it's all preference, I guess. But
Yeah.
What else you got?
You want a different question?
Yeah.
In your song, Belt to Ass, you mentioned how you had gotten so fucked up, you had conversations with your spirit. Is this true? And do you remember what the conversations were about?
So, like, I wouldn't say, it depends on how you interpret this. Because when I said it, like, yeah, it's a lyric I meant. But when I say I get so fucked up and talk to my spirit, like, I feel like sometimes, especially if I'm taking, like, mushroom extract or something, I'll sit there and just be, if I'm alone especially, like, I'll just be super introspective and, like, it feels like I'm talking to my spirit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feels like a lot of times, and I feel like I've had ego deaths too, where it's like I'm just sitting there and really realize my place, you feel me?
Yeah.
And, like, I've had a lot of those conversations with myself, like, really fucked up, just late at night. So I feel like that's really where that lyric came into play. Just, when you get really messed up and you don't have nobody else around to talk to, you're going to talk to yourself.
It's crazy, yeah. No, I completely understand because I would come home fucked up, talk to myself. It's like, bro, this is crazy.
I mean, it's good to talk to yourself sometimes, man.
But it gets
healthy.
deep, though.
Oh, it does, for sure. I mean, I start thinking about, like, every family member I got and, like, start worrying about certain things and, like, things from the past. But
start going crazy about things you can't do.
And that's the thing is, like, when I'm sober, I really don't, or even when I'm just, high or something, like, my normal self, I don't really trip about the past ever. I just don't because it's not worth it. But, you know what I'm saying? When you get in real deep limbo with yourself, real deep conversations, stuff gets dug up in your brain and you can't really help it. So But yeah, basically that's the answer to that. It's just, yeah, sometimes I do have conversations with my spirit, not like in a sense of, oh, I can see myself out of body. Like I don't ever
No.
I don't take nothing that does that to me. But
I mean, I could see myself in third person sometimes.
see, I don't know. I don't think I've had that.
Or like a
but
front person. I can see that.
I can do that when I look in the mirror. That's about it.
I'm good at it, I guess. I mean, I can just see my body parts without even having to see them, I guess.
But that was a good one. What's the next question?
Oh, did you ever share the conversations about you
Well,
with your spirit?
I mean,
well, I guess now you have.
Now I have. Not really before. I mean, I guess a lot of the other
Well,
lyrics.
no one ever asked, I
No,
guess.
I mean, a lot of the other lyrics in my songs definitely have something to do with that. Like a lot of the topics from those conversations that I have with myself. So I would say in a roundabout way, but never like this, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah.
What is your favorite song currently? If you could narrow it down, if not, then what are your top 5 or 10 overall favorite songs currently?
Okay.
And you can do it like 10 is your least favorite to 1 is your most favorite.
I mean, I would
currently.
say my favorite song changes very often, but
Yeah.
right now, the past week or 2 weeks since BLP dropped that new album, it's been that song.
BLP's album is.
Damn, what's that? I can't even think of it. Oh, Jit Slid with 1900
Yeah, Jit
Rugrat.
Slid, yeah.
The beat on that song is just
It's
immaculate.
phenomenal, bro.
And the flow, like
Oh,
when he
man.
has that fast flow where he's doing that like wordplay with
Yes,
the
bro.
linguini and beat, like dude,
Yes, bro.
that shit goes hard. Something about BLP's wordplay
Oh,
just gets
yeah.
me because I'll fall off from his music for a while. And then I'll just come back to it because he
I'll
just
hear like a
consistently
clip.
drops.
I'll hear like a clip of it online. I'm like, damn, did he make this? And then I go right back to his Spotify. I'm like,
And an honorable mention, Tuscaloosa artist DSB Reggie. He has a song called "Blame on Me" that I've been bumping since it came out pretty heavy. So shout out to him too. But I would say like it's hard for me to narrow down songs, but I just like a couple artists I really been rocking with heavy. Is like I still really like Peasy, like BHM Peasy, but I've listened to less gangster rap as it goes on, which as I say, like Shoreline Mafia, I listen to a lot of them,
Yeah.
which they're very like West Coast hip hop.
they're good though.
And then I don't know, I listen to a lot of the like, and people don't probably make fun of me for this, but I really like the Baby Ducci, like Plaque Boy Max, like
Yeah, they're
DDG
good.
type sound they got going on right now.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like D Savage too is another artist I'm pretty heavy rocking with. So
Yeah.
Fado's making a comeback. He dropped a song called Hold the Fire.
Yeah.
That's really hard. And that made me go listen to some old Sofado. I really miss that era of music. But anyway, not to get sidetracked.
yeah.
But yeah, there's plenty of artists. I could name them all day, but that's just a couple that I've been, listening to pretty heavy recently.
Hell yeah, bro. I've been listening to a lot of Kodak recently. A lot of NBA YoungBoy, but I get mad and I skip his songs. I listen to a lot of Yachty. I want to listen to a lot of Yachty.
Yeah,
I'm always
Yachty's
talking
good,
about
too.
Yachty to myself. I don't know why.
Oh, I fuck with
Yachty's
that,
like my idol, I guess. I don't know, bro.
I kind of low-key gotten where I rock with that Alex Warren dude, too, that makes
Yeah.
those, like that Bloodline song that I showed you.
Yeah.
I like songs like that, too. I've gotten more, like, calm, I guess, in my music taste sometimes.
I'm always running like little Yachty little skits through my head because I watch How High and then How High 2. Them movies were funny as hell. I watched How High 2 so many times. And then I watched so many of Lil Yachty's TikToks. And then so many of his music. I've listened to so much of his music. I just have his voice stuck in my head so much.
Oh, yeah. His
I use his
fire,
voice
too.
as like a comedian in my head.
His music he was making like in 2023 is like really underrated because there was like
Underrated, for sure.
Solo Stepping Creep Boy and like
I was going to say, if you say overrated,
no, not overrated.
I was
he's-
going to have to beatbox you,
He's
man.
one of them artists that hasn't ever really been like overrated. I would say he's kind of either been right where he needed to be or underrated. So,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, good question, man.
Cardi's been, he kind of fell off recently, I think. Was his recent album any good? I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm not a Cardi fan personally. That's just like I used to like Travis Scott, but that new album he dropped, I just can't listen to.
I don't think
it.
I've even had any drive to listen to either one of those. So.
The new Travis Scott album just don't sound good. The mixing on it just don't work for me.
I've not heard anything good about him, so I just I don't go for him.
But what else you got for me?
Usually, if Ryan doesn't recommend it to me, I don't check it out. If you don't recommend it to me, I don't check it out. Oh, sorry. What do you think is your favorite song that you have made, and what do you think well, just answer that one first. What do you think your favorite song is that you have made?
Honestly,
probably, it doesn't have to be out yet.
Yeah, it's probably got to be one of the unreleased ones. Like, there's one that I haven't dropped for reasons, but it's called Internal Conflict, and that one, like, really hit home with, like, I came home and just, like, spit what I was feeling at the time and that day and that moment, and it had been building up all day, and I just wanted to get that off my chest, and it was just about the internal conflict, like the battle between like wanting to, you know, still be young and be fun, but also want to be mature and move forward, which I've really leaned more towards versus the other side.
Yeah.
So, I'd say that one, and probably one called Fiddler on the Roof that I haven't released. That one is really fire.
You showed me that one, right?
Yeah, that one just is a really good vibe. I really like that one. I'd say out of ones that I have out, I mean, I really like No Other Way. Honestly, Figure 4, dude. Figure 4 is probably my most underrated
good, bro.
song.
Figure 4, you gotta check out Figure 4, bro. It's so good.
Also, one I made, I have a weird love for this one called Blue Strip Fiend, too.
Blue Strip Fiend is so good, bro. I love it. I love Blue Strip Fiend,
Appreciate it.
You gotta make more music soon,
Hey, I try. It's hard to do everything for real.
I got you, bro. I'm here for support, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, but what's the follow-up on that?
And what do you think is your favorite song that you have made in the last year or 2 years? I think you already answered that.
Yeah, because all those songs have been, other than Blue Strip Fiend, I think that was like early 2023, but, which, I mean, there's a lot of my songs I really like. Like, I like No Other Way, like the one that
one's good too.
Last one I released. I mean, I really like this one called Champagne Models with Spirits that ain't released yet, which I don't know. There's a music video to that y'all may or may not ever see. I don't even know. Like, anyway, more on that later after these commercial breaks.
What do you think is your favorite song that you have made in the first 1 or 2 years?
Ooh,
so, like, when you first started.
That was kind of a rough period.
That was a rough patch, right?
I don't really have a ton of songs from then that I really like, but because that would have been from like 2020 to 2021, and that was really, but I would say, honestly, this one song called Bastard that me and Cupid made back in like 2021, it's not a polished song, but I really do like the lyrics of it, and the message behind it. It's very like, it was very emotional, I guess, for us at the time because we were young and like, you know, didn't really weren't good emotional at expressing that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we used to make a lot
young
more.
And non-expressive.
Yeah.
So it was good to get it out.
Or like Cupid always was, but I always kind of struggled getting my emotions out. So I think with music, like that's one of the songs that did that, which I'm trying to think of first year to like, yeah, I don't know, man, because honestly, a lot of that music was just trial and error, like really experimenting, trying to find a sound and everything, which I don't really think I've even done to the current day, just because I'm still so like all over the place with what kind of music I make. So yeah, I guess the short answer for that would just be I don't really have one. Like they're all kind of equal, just because they were all kind of stepping stones to the type of stuff I make now. Stones.
So you would probably like the most recent one out of those 2 years. So like the one that leads up to the 2-year mark.
Yeah, like probably the song called Back in Blood that I released in 2021. Like good. It's a weird song, Because
I
at
like
the
it.
time I was just trying to do something way different because I hadn't made
I like
nothing in
it.
a while. But yeah, I like it for that. Like
Yeah.
it's very.
It's very different. I
Yeah.
like the difference. I like the not the difference. I like the culture difference. It's kind of like, well, I don't really remember the song too well, but it's been, I don't know. I haven't listened to music in a while.
Yeah, fair enough, bro.
I need to keep listening to music because my Spotify Rap's gonna suck. I want to get you on there really big. You should be on there for a while.
Hey,
I
I
listened to
might.
you for like a whole month and a half. All right. What do you think your listener's favorite song is? Whether it's numbers or just straight up retention or listen time.
I mean, it's kind of like a given, unfortunately, just because, like, I have one song that did, like, extremely well over the other ones, which was the one with Kemp.
Yeah.
I'd say that definitely. 'Cause,
That
I mean,
one was really good.
that one still keeps up, like, listeners, like, pretty consistently. Like, for the first year and a half it was out, there was at least 100 listeners to that song every single day. And it was on like over 100 playlists, and
Good
like
Lord.
it was, yeah. I mean, it was getting saved, and it still gets saves and playlists to this day, and like people still bump it and shit. And
Oh, shit.
I've had like people, like Cupid said, people have recognized like that song or like played that song around him and didn't even know he was one of the people on it before and
Oh,
stuff
hell
like
yeah.
that. So I mean, that's a pretty cool thing because you don't really get that until you're bigger. So. I think that was pretty cool. It's kind of still weird that I like had a song with somebody that big and haven't really made a move like that since. But it's mainly because I kind of got burned with that. Because like bro did it, but he just wasn't really like he wanted people that did the feature and then he just runs off. Like he don't. Which I mean I respect that. You don't have to coach everybody that you work with. But I mean
Sure.
he just wasn't a very hospitable dude though, for real, and just other things that I'm not going to get into on here, like personal things with other people I know. Just not a very great dude. But yeah, that's all. That's what I'm gonna leave that at. But yeah,
I mean, he could have asked for a feature again, right? I mean, at least. I would say. I don't know. Anyway, what do you think your listener's least favorite song is? Whether it's numbers or just straight up retention or listen time.
oh,
Like the
wow.
one that's done the worst, and you're like, dang, why did I even post this? I should have just reposted this.
Dang. Shit.
Like it did straight up butt cheeks, like for the first week and a half.
I mean, I've had a lot of songs, especially like earlier on, do like really poor. I'd say probably. I'm trying to think like if there's one people like really hated on though. Oh, one I would say I actually got really good going back to that other question because I thought about it. There's one called Treasure Chest from 2021. That's my favorite
Oh,
one.
I think I've heard that.
That's definitely my favorite one from the first couple years because what I said about the other one on that one times two, and people at school, like even people like Aaron Landers and fucking what's her nuts.
Yeah.
Dang, Carrie
Carrie
like they
Mosley.
were telling me one day that they would ask something they'd actually listen to, and I was like,
Oh,
wow,
hell
okay.
yeah, what?
Which I don't know if they ever
Yes,
did or not, but yeah. Anyway,
That's still like another. They
as
heard it
far-
at least.
As far as least favorite though, honestly, I'd say the one that got me the most flack is probably when I dropped that Hyperspace EP.
Yeah.
That had, but just because that sound was so different, and it was my first time trying like a hyper pop, like plug and B type sound.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, people weren't expecting it. So I got a good bit of like, not really hate, but I'd say people just messing with me about that one.
Yeah.
So, and also in high school, like since I started making music in high school, I got fucked with for pretty much everything I dropped up until like senior year when people just like
People just
couldn't hate on it anymore.
couldn't hate on it anymore. They had to
deal
accept
with
it, man.
But like, and I mean, people still would joke about it, but I didn't really ever receive no like strong hate except from just individuals that I think had
Well, I'm
their
glad
own
you
things
pulled
going
through
on.
for real, cause I
Man,
like
it-
your music.
It ain't worth letting people get under
Nah,
your
it
skin
ain't
anyway.
worth quitting just because people got under your skin, man. That's just fuel to the fire, man.
But no, I'd say I get more upset when videos don't perform as well as music because With music, I kind of don't expect it to perform that well unless people just really grasp onto it. Because like I haven't ever been able to build up a super good like local fan base. Like most people that listen to my music are out of state, and I don't have as much reach.
That's what kind of sucks.
So, I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, people come around.
Maybe they'll come in eventually once you get following.
If I get a hit song or like a video that blows up, everybody will jump on.
You know what you know what they'll do? They'll wait till you get a video that goes really freaking viral and it goes all over their TikTok page. Like, that's Eli. Hold on. Let me hop on him now.
Which I will say that, I mean, people have done a good job of, because there's a lot of people from high school and people just around this area that I thought really wasn't fond of me, that have like followed the TikTok and shit. And then like I would say I really wish our TikTok fan base would jump over to YouTube, because like we get, you know, pretty consistent views and likes and everything on there, which I mean we do on YouTube, but it's mainly because I run ads, which I mean we have people that obviously watch it too and come back every week.
Yeah, but you don't run TikTok ads.
No, I don't. I mean I have maybe like once or twice, but I never do really, no. I tried it one time because it popped up and said like coupon for whatever, but which I mean that works pretty well. Like
it does pretty good.
But yeah, man, I guess that's the answer to that question.
What has been your favorite feature to record? Obviously, you're going to have bias towards some, but which one gave you the most hype for the song while recording?
So like this is a feature I did for somebody else's song, right?
Either way.
I would probably say
feature in general.
Like, well,
you could do one story for both.
I was
or however many.
I won't go, since I've already talked about Kemp. I won't, like, at the time I was actually very excited for that, but I was also really excited, which this song is one I'm really disappointed didn't perform as well. But when I made that song with 408 Darwin, I was really excited for that one too, because when I recorded that verse, like, one, I was excited to work with him, and two, I just thought it was a really hard song, so I was excited recording it and hyped myself up when I got done with it. But and also that Damn Killer one was pretty cool too. Like, that was a dope one to record. But as far as a feature for somebody else's song, I probably have to say 2 AM by Mitch 300. Shout out to bro.
Shout out.
But yeah, that's probably my favorite feature verse I've ever done, just because it's so like smooth, and he gave me like a better part of the song to really just like do my thing.
Oh yeah.
So that was really dope. Which, I mean, I wasn't even originally meant to finish out the beat, but then I kind of made a hook and then looped it because I noticed he didn't have a hook yet. And so we kind of just ran with it, and I think that song turned out like really well.
Really good.
His fans seemed to fuck with it, so.
You're gonna have to send me that song. That sounds good.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's out. I mean, it's out on everything.
Is it on yours?
No, it's on his, but it's on. If you go to like my featured on Spotify, you'll see it.
Okay.
Because yeah, he's the one that like featured on that No Other Way song. So like I hopped on his song first, and then I sent him something to hop on. And that's a good way to do features, by the way. Like, and this is something a lot of people don't disagree with, especially like, you know, certain people. But you don't have to charge for features, especially if you're a smaller artist. Like, just trading features is a great way to do things.
It's a great way to boost.
Because my thing is, if you really like pressing somebody that hard for like $10-15 for a feature, bro, it's like, you don't, it's like you don't.
You ain't an actor, baby.
Like you gotta make money from your music, but you gotta also understand that everybody's in the same boat as you. It's like you needing that money. They probably also needing that money. Because it's like y'all both small artists that are having to pay for everything individually and try to build yourself up, and you never know what else somebody got going on. So yeah, I guess my words of that is just be respectful to people you working with, and really try to consider like all aspects and things that you can gain from them aside from a monetary aspect. Because money's always nice, but at the end of the day, you want to have good connections over money. So.
Are there any artists you had to reject a feature from because of any reasons? You don't have to say any names.
Well,
Like you
yeah.
just had to straight up reject it because you just couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's been a couple. So there's been times where people have asked for features from me, and I know for a fact that they don't mess with other people in my group or people I mess with.
So they're trying to get at you.
Yeah, basically like people trying to get you on a song so that they can be like, oh, look, your homie making songs with me. Like, he's so he don't even know type shit.
Oh my God.
And then there's also been plenty of situations where, and I hate to be this guy, okay, but shout out Lil Nick. But yeah, I hate to be that guy, but the thing is, some people's music, like, I'm at a level where I'm not up here with like the artists that are using the best shit to record, and I'm not down here with the people recording with like an Ed Carton in a closet, you feel me? So those people that are still doing that, I give them love and I give them feedback, but when they ask for features, I just can't do it, because the thing is, I can't hop on something if I'm not feeling it, you know what I mean? So like, if somebody sends me something and I'm like, yo, this shit kind of like trash, I'm not gonna hate on them, but I'm gonna probably send them a message back and be like, yo, I'm not really feeling this, like, you know, maybe sometime in the future. But yeah, that's a lot of times I've had to reject people just because, like,
You can just say your lyrics are really good, but your audio quality needs to.
Well, yeah, and that's a lot of people. Their lyrics are fire, but their audio quality is just not there. But
like once your audio quality gets really good, I guarantee we can get a song. Like we can immediately get a song.
And the thing is, and I hate to be like that, but with my limited time, because I do have very limited time, and I barely even record my own music, I have to be selective with who I give features to, because my time is valuable to me, and I don't want to record songs. I've also rejected features for people that I think aren't ever going to release it. Like, there's certain people that I know hold songs for like hella long, and I'm not really trying to do that because, again, it goes back to the spending time to get that verse done versus using that time on my own projects or doing verses for my own songs, things like that. It's really just a time balance issue is why I reject a lot of features, which I don't really get offered a lot of them anymore, just as I'm not in the space nearly as much. But a lot of the people that used to work with Cupid would want to work with me, or people that work with like Walk would want to work with me, and I work with most of them. But there's just, like I said, it's mainly been random people on SoundCloud or random people on certain like Instagram and stuff. I had to be like, nah, I'm all right. But just never be a douchebag about that either. Like, it's always good to at least give somebody a response and a reason why you're not doing it. Because I guarantee you, somebody that's been in that spot before, myself, people prefer you give them a straight up answer and some type of rationalization to actually help them progress versus you just straight up looking at them and saying, I don't want no dealings with you, and throwing them off to the side. So,
yeah, you start throwing people off to the side, they really will mess you up later on.
Yeah, that can happen too. Yeah, don't ego people, man.
Don't ego people,
it'll come back and bite you eventually.
It'll come back and bite you. They'll make a song and you won't get on it, and then you'll wish you were on it, man.
Hey, man, that's very true. I've seen that happen to people before.
Then you'll end up falling behind.
Hell, that's happened to me, and I'll admit it. There was a guy, and I'll even say his name because it's like Tay G something. He offered me a feature back in the day for like $100, and I was like, yo, that's way too steep. I mean, he was a good artist, but I just couldn't pay that at the time. And then he ended up blowing the fuck up. Like, that dude had like a number 2 song in Israel, because that's where he was from. And,
bruh.
like, yeah, shout out to him. I hope he's still doing his shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that was a tough pill to eat, but it's a lesson though, man. Take opportunity when it presents itself, and don't.
Exactly. You know. That's why you always take opportunity now.
Mm-hmm. But
okay, what is an artist that you have, or what was a feature that you've had the least hype for? If you want to answer that.
Well, I'll give you one because, like, I don't really want to.
Or which one? Which feature?
I have a good way to answer
Which
this.
feature gave you the least hype for the outcome of the song?
Okay, yeah, that's a bit because I have a better answer for that because there's one instance that happened.
Because you knew something like was gonna come up, or you knew something came up, and you're like, "Dang, I don't think the song's gonna come out anymore."
Okay, yeah, exactly. So what happened is there was a guy that was recommended to me that said he wanted to work with me from a mutual friend, right? Like he was a coworker.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, bet. Okay, let's work on a song. Because I heard bro's music. I was like, you hard, let's work. And so we made a song.
Yep.
The song sounded great to me. I showed it to people. They were like, yo, this is probably the best song you've made so far at the time.
Yeah, dude.
But this motherfucker was like the most nitpicking ass person I have ever met in my life doing music.
Jesus.
Like he wanted me to do some, like he wanted me to,
Redo lines.
like, yeah, he was wanting me to redo like specific little parts of it, and then he was wanting me to send it to his engineer to get it mixed, which is fine. But there's something that came up about that with the way he wanted me to do it. Like whatever I was recording on at the time, I don't think I could get stems like that, or like it was pretty hard for me to get stems or something. And I tried to explain it to the dude because I thought the song sounded fine the way it was and everything, but
He was just nitpicking about it.
yeah. And then once I finally got my, he kept trying to change his parts too. Needless to say, this guy ended up never even dropping any more music, I don't think. Like, he ended up quitting pretty soon, which is obvious why, because if you're that much of a perfectionist. And I mean, no hate to the dude either. Like, you can be how you want to be with your
But some
art.
people just ain't having that.
But yeah, I'm
some
just
people
not,
ain't doing
I'm
that.
not, I don't have time for that. And that taught me a valuable lesson. That was one of the first times that I realized that my time was valuable, because I'm like, dude, I just wasted so much time and energy, like a fire verse, fire lyrics on a song that is never going to see the light of day and just sit in my phone.
Yeah, bro.
So like, I mean, yeah, that's probably the one I was like, I was super hyped for it at first, but the hype was lost very quick as the dude just kept on wanting to change shit, because I just get annoyed when anybody does that. Because, like, you don't ask me to hop on your song. It's like, you want me to redo a part one time? Sure. Like, I'll probably do that.
If you want me to redo a part and then redo it and then redo it and redo it, redo it.
'Cause, I mean,
It's like, did you really even like want me to do it in the 1st place? Like, come
well, it's
on,
like,
bro.
get somebody else on it, bro. But it goes back to the time thing. Like, it all just goes back to time, because it's like, I only record at very certain times. There's only certain times I can record. So if somebody's wanting something out, especially very quickly, sometimes there'll be a whole week or two period where I just simply am not going to be able to record music. Like, I'm just not going to have the environment
Yeah.
or the time for it. So people don't really understand that. And that's why I've low-key stepped away from being an artist first and foremost. If you're an artist, people expect you to only be that, like, all the time.
Yeah.
And it's because a lot of these young cats, especially, they sit in their bedroom all day, especially during the summer when they ain't got school, and they just make songs all day. And that's dope if you got the time to do that. And I even know some adults that got the time to do that because of the way their life is set up. But for me, I just
Can't do
have
that.
way too much going on other than music to be fully focused on it. And
Podcast. That's
a-
even just one of them. Just
yeah.
the podcast is one of them.
well, that's a realization I came to, is I have to really just do what makes me feel the best overall, because content creation, I'll be honest, is a lot more in my mood most of the time now than music, just because music is such a volatile space and
Music
it's so hard.
is a very toxic space, I feel like.
It's hard to get any leeway in it, because you really have to get people to work with you from all these different angles,
And you have to work with so many different attitudes all at once.
And rap attitudes are one of the worst damn industries.
Some
Music-
ego heavies, and then other ego deaths, and then it's like others are ego trips, and then it's like, oh my god, bro.
Yeah, all the different egomaniacal.
And then they want you to
traits.
pay like crazy amounts of money. It's like, bro, I'm not paying this for a feature. And then like you said earlier, they blew up.
It's not even just artists, dude. It's like producers, engineers, the people that run
You
shows.
gotta pay engineers and stuff too.
Well, yeah, you gotta pay engineers.
How much do you have to pay an engineer? Obviously, you gotta pay an engineer. How much do you have to pay your engineer?
I mean, I normally don't, anymore, but back when I used to get shit mixed by somebody else, which I probably don't start doing it again in a little bit if I'm on drop, but when I used to get mixed from people, it would be anywhere from like $40 to $100, depending on how professional they are and what kind of software they got.
God dang.
But yeah, per song that adds up. That's another reason I don't really do music a lot, is because
It adds up, man.
and if you want to own beats, which I normally don't care about that either, just I'm not big enough to, like, I'm not making money off of the shit, or I am, but not enough to like come at me for it.
Yeah.
So I don't really buy beats, but those can also range anywhere from like, you know, $10 for a lease where you can get it for however many plays, and then there's like exclusives where you own the full rights to the beat and nobody else can use it, and those can go anywhere from like $100 to like thousands of dollars.
Oh my
Or you got
gosh.
people like Metro Boomin, who basically only makes beats for people he fucks with, because he said if he were to sell beats, it'd probably be like millions.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so the camera decided to overheat because we're recording in 4K. It's the first podcast in 4K. Don't know if it'll be uploaded in that, but it's being recorded in that. So, yeah, just, you know, bear with the technical difficulties. But Nick's got one more question for me before we wrap this up, so.
All right. What is one genre of music you will just not listen to if it comes on?
It used to be country, I'm not gonna lie, but I fuck with some of that now, so I'd say now it's probably like super heavy metal or like screamo rap or like screamo metal or something. I just can't do shit that hurts my ears. Like if it's something, or some Playboy Cardi music, like I hate to say it, man, but bro, some of his synthesizers he puts in some of them songs, my ears just cannot, especially in the car. Like, but I'd say definitely metal, screamo is probably. What about for you?
What genre will I just not
Yeah.
listen to? It's got to be pretty much screamo. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that shit that's like basically breaking my subs or breaking my damn speakers.
And it's not that I don't have a hatred for that style of music. I
Like-
just don't.
Really, really country music. Sometimes I can deal with it, but I don't know. It's just it's a give or take kind of environment with that one.
Yeah, there's still some country music that I'll like turn off, but I mean, yeah, I'd say for the most
I won't turn it
part,
off because it's bad. I just turn it off because it's not my type of driving music.
Not the vibe at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say also bubblegum pop. Like I'm probably not listening to a
Bubblegum pop.
ton of that.
Oh, K-pop? I won't listen to K-pop either.
I just don't I mean, I'll listen to Spanish music, and I don't understand
I'll listen
that.
to Mexican music.
But I don't like K-pop just because it's not my style of music in English, so I'm not really going to listen to it in a different language. So, I mean, you know. But yeah, I'd say that. But, so is that all the questions you got today?
Nah. Whether it's the radio or if you are searching for new music, which do you prefer? Like, do you prefer finding music on the radio, or do you like searching for it on your
I
own?
mean, that's a pretty easy one. Like, I don't really ever use the actual radio, so I'd say the way I discover music is either just from hearing it in YouTube videos or hearing it on like Instagram, or a lot of the time I'll go to like the new stuff on Apple Music and just browse like what the top new songs are. Which that ain't a good way to do it because you end up listening to what everybody's listening to. But
Sure,
I
you end up listening
do,
to the meta songs.
I like to search like artists I know I listen to also and search for their new releases. And sometimes I'll go to the features that they have on songs if I don't recognize the artist and dig into them.
That's what I'll do too.
Because I mean, that's how I got into.
That's how I got into Adam, and that's how I got into Spirits.
Oh yeah.
I got into Cupid too. I was digging into all their music, man. They have great music, bro. Like I can't even stress how good the music is.
Man, there's a lot of talented people. You just gotta
Y'all
know where to
talented,
look
man.
for
Just
it.
keep going.
Man, yeah. But
Just keep going at that, man.
But,
It's a
yeah.
hard world out there for y'all.
yeah, definitely not the radio though, just because I don't ever really listen to it. And also the radio really only plays like the shit you don't hear on TikTok and
Yeah.
everything anyway, so it's not really worth it for music
Do you
discovery.
have radios at work?
Not really. There's one that plays in the break room sometimes, but it's normally playing like Morgan Wallen and that's one of the artists I actually like in country.
I like him too.
They're normally playing shit like that, just radio music. I mean, it's really what it is.
Just what's on.
That and like Sabrina Carpenter,
Yeah.
like Olivia
Sydney
Rodrigo,
Sweeney type
or
shit.
shout out Emily. No,
Shout out
that's
Emily.
like the music she listens to. But yeah, man, shoot, I appreciate you
Of course,
coming
man.
with the questions
Appreciate
today.
you coming on the podcast. No,
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm never gonna be back, man. See y'all.
never gonna be
One
back.
and
y'all.
only
All right.
appearance. But this
This
is
is both.
ELB on the podcast, not Eli. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, this is
But-
ELB on the pod.
But nah, man. I do hope y'all enjoyed watching. Hope you enjoyed the quality upgrade. The last episode was already with this camera, but this should be even better quality than the last one. So yeah, y'all just have to let me know. Bought new microphones too, so the audio is a little different. Let me know what y'all think of the changes. If you think we should go back to like a different way of using audio for the podcast, because I mainly bought these for the interviews, let me know. But blow into it. But anyway, man, I'll see y'all next week. Remember, be good people, and if you're doing something, damn it, be good at it. See you next week.
Hell yeah, love y'all people.